It's time. All right. Nati. N-A-T-I. NASDAQ. Stock Exchange. And that is National Instruments Corp. 10 years worth of data. Monthly candles. Let's check out what we have. I have my black area here. And there seems to be some good old support right here at the 27.39 area. And what do we have here? For the shorter term pattern on monthly candles, so this is still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. So short term for me is like a year. So I guess that puts in or less than a year, and that puts things in perspective. And there's no top in the sense that I don't know where to draw my resistance breakout line. We could probably drill down on the weekly and see where this month bounced a few times, could give us an idea. But right now, I'm going to have to wait for the candle close of the month. So I could draw a line here at the 50, see where that candle closes. And that could be where I'm going to draw it. Let's look at both scenarios. Either case, if ever we have more tests, it closes, let's say it closes below 50. After that, maybe the next candle, if it broke out above 50 line, we'd have an implied measure move to 60. Nice round number. And here is the breakdown scenario. Always good to be able to see both scenarios. The implied measure move for the downwards target is 30 or 30.42. So, okay, let's go with these one. So that upwards target for the breakout, 60. And what that tells me is right now I don't see any resistance on the way. So what I always try to do is what I call the target considerations. You always start off with the implied measure move from the pattern, drawing your lines at the open and closes of the candles, excluding the wicks. The wicks being what I consider to be noise. It's the action of the intra candles sinking in through that level and bouncing back out to close at or above the support or the resistance. And for the breakdown target, first thing I look is for walls. Walls is what I call a previous resistance turn support via breakout or support turn resistance via breakdown. And we see that the 30 level depends where you consider the breakdown, but I think it's right, could be right around here, about at the, hold on, let's use technology. Ooh, let's increase the size of those candles. Okay, so those are breakout here. Maybe this pattern could have considered it a breakout with this candle, or you could have just said maybe, it's hard to tell. What I don't like is there's not enough tests of this. I would have had it more like this, but this red candle that opened above the breakout line, but the price reverted, came all the way back in. It kind of messes that up. Don't try to force. You know what you're looking for. You know what good patterns look like. And those are good patterns are within what I call A++ setups. If it doesn't fit or you're not sure, then don't just avoid it and try to find a better fit or go to another chart. Right now, the goal that I want to do is I want to see if I had to consider a wall, previous resistance turn support, and the target seems to be right above that level if there would be one. And also, if ever you get to a round number, if I'm a human, I like round numbers. I imagine mom and pop, if ever they had to tell their broker, if that still exists, I want to buy at $20 and 500 units at $20. You know, so in their budget, it's like a round number. It's like $1,000, or you could say, okay, I want to sell at $50 for 100 shares. Nice round numbers. People like that. I think that has something to do with these levels, sometimes matching these pinpoint lines. That's my perception of things. Maybe they're more technical now, more somebody knows exactly why or more these levels show up. Or maybe it's just a coincidence and I'm deciding to look at these round numbers as important levels. Maybe they're not. Just coincidence. It's all possible. Doesn't matter too much, but I still like cheating with the target, but cheating for me. So let's say the target was 29.50. I would put my profit limit right above 30, 15, 30, 10, just to make sure that I get to my profit limit before all these buy orders get in at 30 and fade the price action in the breakdown direction, and just to make sure I increase my probabilities of reaching the target. Monthly candles, you're in there for a long time when there's breakouts or breakdowns. And the way I do it is I put in my sell stop. Let's say I'm shorting. I put my buy stop to stop the pain to equal to 1% of my NAV. So I have to do my sizing. Let's say this would be a breakdown candle through this line. The delta here multiplied by my size is equal to 1% of my NAV. And that's the most I could lose for that trade. And the reward, well, the reward is from the sell stop, the entry, all the way to the target. So if I reduce my target, well, my risk reward reduces, but I increase my chances of reaching that possible target. And since this is an emotional game, being in trades, when you're a position trader, you're in trades a long time. You have to put every advantage for you not to have to worry about the trade, not having to second guess your trade. Last thing you want is having your target that you forgot to consider. There's a wall, that there's going to be some support, or you're under a round number and then there's more support, so you never get your breakdown level to your target. And then doesn't mean it won't reach there, but after that you might get a consolidation, then you need another pattern before you actually reach, or it could revert, and then you're just stuck there. You don't want that. You want to be able to reach your target using the breakdown momentum and get there as fast as possible. That's what I try to do now to increase my chances of reaching my possible targets. I'm going to set an alert just above here. See if it continues to go up. Right here for the breakdown around the 40 level. And that looks good for nati. Who knows what's going to happen? I like to try to imagine what could be. Are we going to have a top and then price action is going to go down? And if the price action does go up, well, it's not a play for me because I would have liked to have more tests of this. This is not like, for me to know this is a top or a borderline, I would like to have at least like a red candle there, at least 2 candles with opens and closes, highlighting on that line to identify it as the breakout pattern's upper boundary, its resistance. Just like here we have 1, 2. Then I have more confidence that this level is actual. It's an actual boundary, important boundary. Cool. All right, that was painless. So Nati, I have my alerts, and I guess I'll see you when they get triggered. All right. Take care, everybody. Ciao.